Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. Family, on this video, we are going to cover the part when Advocate Mngomezulu was indicating to Brigadier Gininda that whatever that they said when he was talking to accused number one at Vosloorus police station just before the peace officer was organized for a confession. That part when Brigadier Gininda was interviewing Sibia, the part that made Brigadier Gininda to say Sibia is ready for the peace officer for a confession. According to Advocate Mngomezulu, that part is informal and cannot be considered by court. Now, Judge Ratha is trying to correct what Advocate Mngomezulu is saying. Family, there's a lot to learn from Judge Ratha. You know, if we put our differences aside and listen to this old man, there's a lot to learn from him. And he's very old. Very soon they are not going to use him in the courts. Those who are in this system, they better learn because he's got a lot of information. Family, let's listen.
Okay. There's just one aspect this court is going to remark on. He keeps telling Mr. Mngomezulu that when a so-called interfering, I only quoting the law. You see this process of saying when he agrees with you, you're both wrong. When you put it to him, Brigadier Gininda, that when you were speaking to your client, accused number one, and gleaned from number one that he wants to make a confession, that was an informal process. No, that's a constitutional process. It's not informal. Our law says an accused person must be apprised of his rights in terms of Section 35. So when this accused person, who is a lay person and doesn't know the law, engage him, that is his constitutional right, and that is a constitutional process. Okay.
May I tell?
That's the law.
Yes.
You and Gininda can agree on another law. That one I don't know.
My Lord, may I clarify it? The explanation of rights is something else.
No, fine.
I was talking about
An informal process.
yes, like taking off a confession in terms of Section 217.
It's not informal, Mr. It's not. It's a constitutional requirement that before a person makes a confession, he must be apprised of his right. Can I ask Mr. Am I correct? Mr. Nisi.
There's nothing informal.
Yes. You see, and I keep quiet now. Hayi, le judge has umthetho. When I mention it, hayi, le judge interfere.
Family, this is also confirmed by Advocate Mnisi when he agrees with the Judge Ratha to say there is nothing informal, especially after the rights of the accused have been explained and read out to him. Whatever he says after those rights are said, it will be counted or it will work against him at the court of law. So meaning whatever they said, as long as it was said after the rights were read and explained to him, it is constitutional, it is legal, it is formal. So there is nothing like it is informal as Advocate Mngomezulu is putting it. Family, I like reading comments, you know, that people are putting as this case is going on. Let's just go through them and check what are people saying about especially Advocate Mngomezulu, Brigadier Gininda, as well as Judge Ratha. Trustee says Mngomezulu is wasting time. Nikki, in response to Trustee, he says, I feel like we must move to another lawyer. Then Trustee says, I think these guys, they know what happened to the deceased. That's why Gininda is confident. Then Nikki concludes by saying, they do know Vele. Gininda and Baloyi has all the info. Family, as we go through the comments, Fortune says no judge will match this guy's experience. Mngomezulu is lost. I wonder where he studied his law. Shame. And Sisho Mapisa says, my sentiments exactly, my leader. In fact, Mngomezulu is an embarrassment. And Nondu says, Zaibo, akazi lutho, uziveza every day. Ukuthi akazi, ukuthi akazi, to show that he doesn't know. Uphikisa, he's against the law, umthetho, in black and white, something that is straightforward, meaning he will, uzophikisa something that is straightforward. He'll be against something that is straightforward. And Sipota Bete yena says, indeed, my leader, Mngomezulu is making mockery of himself. Honestly, Mgo is now embarrassing. He just has a bad case, but also weak. Family, these are some of the comments where followers feel and think that Mngomezulu has to pull up his socks, otherwise he is losing this case. He needs to do something. He needs to be serious, to be honest. Deal with his emotions and be serious about this case. Otherwise, he is losing it. Let's check the next comments. And family, the next comment was given when Judge Ratha, immediately when Judge Ratha said, Akere, you saying I'm interfering. When I try to explain what the law says, you say I'm interfering. When I keep quiet, you say, le judge akazumthetho. Now, Musa says, vele, you interfere. Vele le judge ya interfere. Then Trustee says it is important for the judge to interfere, which I believe with Trustee. I believe the judge, when the court loses direction, it is the duty of the judge to see to it or he brings it back to its correct position. And the general says, Loba bangati impongo, he will never change. Same old Madala. Then Trustee says he is a qualified judge, well experienced. To learn from him. I think this is what I was also indicating in my comments in the beginning of this video, to say, to be honest, Judge Ratha has a lot of knowledge. Too much knowledge in terms of law. So people must put aside their differences and learn from him, especially in the court. Those lawyers, they need to learn a lot from him. For now, they may not see it, but definitely the time they are going to get their promotions as well, maybe as magistrates, as judges, the information they have learned here, they are definitely going to use it. It's gonna benefit them one day. And this one says to Trustee, thank you very much for seeing that. Tabisile says, Gininda uyaloya. I don't know why is Tabisile saying this by saying Gininda uyaloya. I don't know what are reasons for saying it. And then we see the next comment here. I think it's Bulelwa says, this old man, we are digger. And Uthanda says, kanti ijaji nifuna ingawalungisi ama-lawyers xa esebenza umthetho wrongo. And this one says, glad people do understand. I believe, Nothanda, to say when things do not go right, it is the duty of the judge. When the lawyers interpret the law in a wrong way, it is the duty of the judge to ensure that the law is correctly interpreted and implemented. That's his duty, umsebenzi wakhe. But unfortunately, we understand this differently because some people, they end up not liking Judge Ratha because they say he is interfering, he's doing, but somewhere, whenever he interferes, he gives what the law says. Rather than if he just keeps quiet and say nothing, enjoys that chair, he can choose to do that. Sit there on that comfort. He's the only one who's sitting on a comfortable chair, by the way. So he can enjoy that and forget about the reason why he is in that court. And when they are done, they will wake him up and say, it's tea time, it's lunch time, and we are still going to complain. We're still going to complain. Whenever Judge Ratha opens up his mouth, what I have realized is that he's trying to clarify the law. He's trying to back up whatever they are saying. He will always use the law to back it up. So it's up to us that we need that, or we want that, or we want the other way around. So it doesn't mean that we when lawyers are not doing things the right way, judge must, be on their side. No. Even if it's the witnesses, when witnesses are not doing things the right way, the judge is there to correct. That's her duty or his duty. So I'm not sure, you may correct me in the comments. Let's talk about that, family. But I enjoy reading comments because, that's where you get what people are saying. Hence, when I go to TikTok, when I go to Twitter, and maybe a video has been posted, a clip, where I go through the comments and check what are people are saying about it. So please comment on this video as well. I try my level best to respond to your comments. Thank you very much, family, as we engaging and as this channel is growing. Thank you very much. Please like this video before you leave. Subscribe for my channel if you haven't done so yet. I love you, family. Thank you. Bye.